Today's workout will take place entirely on the floor. You don't need any specialized equipment, but you may want some padding for your knees later on. For all the movements, move through a range of motion that's comfortable for you. No pinching or pain allowed. We're going to start on our backs with a floor angel. For this movement, we're going to put our legs however is comfortable and start with our arms out to our sides. Now we're going to put our hands together, sending them straight up toward the ceiling. Shoot your fingertips up toward the ceiling, moving your elbows as close together as is comfortable. Dive your fingertips overhead as far as is comfortable. Peel your elbows apart. Your arms may hover here if that's as far as your chest and arms will go. Slide your elbows down toward your hips, making a W shape. And finally, hands toward your hips. Take a breath here. We're going to do that one more time. Fingertips toward the ceiling. Send your elbows together. Dive your fingertips overhead. Elbows stay close. Peel the elbows apart. Slide your elbows toward your hips and fingertips towards your hips. Take a breath here. Reverse direction now. So we're going to bring our fingertips up toward our ears, making a W shape. Then fingertips overhead together. Elbows together over your face. And then bring your elbows over your chest. Send your fingertips up toward the ceiling. Open your arms. Take a breath here. Again, fingertips up toward your ears, make a W. Fingertips up overhead together. Elbows together over your face. Elbows toward your hips, fingertips up toward the ceiling. Open your arms and take a breath. Next up, we're going to do something called cervical dissociation. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one arm, punch it toward the ceiling so that your shoulder blade lifts off the ground. And now we're going to slowly turn our head from side to side, feeling if there are any places of tension. And if it feels nice, hang out on that side. Otherwise, move over, rolling your head to the other side, and just explore the range of motion. I have more tension on this side personally, so I might hang out here a little bit longer. And then we'll just keep moving our head slowly from side to side, maintaining that punch up toward the ceiling. Take just a few more moments here on this side. Come back to center, undo that punch, and then we're going to switch sides, punch up toward the ceiling, and slowly turn your head to each side. And explore in your own time. Just whatever feels nice to you. Take a few more moments and then slowly make your way back to the center. And then we'll undo that punch. Next, we're going to a mid-back opener. So we're going to go to a sideline position. From this sideline position, we're bringing our knees up toward our chest so that we have about a 90-degree angle at our hips. And we're going to have our hands together and we're going to take an inhale to bring our arm to the ceiling. And then an exhale to open a little bit further. Trying to move through the mid-back and not so much the lower back. Bring it back together. Reset your breathing. Inhale to the ceiling. Exhale to open. And go at your own pace for one more time. Inhale. And then exhale. We're going to do the same thing on the other side just for your viewing perspective. I will turn the long way, but you're welcome to just roll over where you are. Into that side lying position. Hands together. Inhale to the ceiling. Exhale to rotate the rest of the way. Close back together and reset. Inhale to the ceiling. Exhale to rotate. And last one, in your own time, just reset your breathing. Start with an inhale. Beautiful. For these next two movements, we're going to go to a quadruped position, and this is where you might want some padding for your knees. In this quadruped position, our first thing is going to be some spine cars. This is a spinal movement where we're trying to slowly move one piece of our spine at a time. Just explore, again, that range of motion that feels okay to you. Don't move so far that you feel a pinch or a spasm in your back. Think of it as just gentle opening through all the pieces of your spine. We're going to start in a neutralish position here in this quadruped, and we are going to start by tilting our tailbone up toward the ceiling, and then one vertebra at a time as best as we are able. We're going to let that ripple go all the way up to our head. And then we'll go back down, starting with our head, tucking our head and keeping everything else in extension until it becomes its time to rise. So as I'm pushing up my spine in the middle of my back right now, I'm really trying to keep my tailbone up toward the sky so that each piece of my spine moves in turn, and I'm ending with dropping my tailbone all the way under. Now we're going to start extension from our head. So from this curved position, we're going to start looking up with our head, lead with the eyes, and then maintain that tailbone tuck as best as you are able as you let that extension travel down your spine all the way to finally releasing at that tailbone. And we're going to make our way back by tucking our tailbone first, head stays up. And we're trying to keep that extension through the upper spine as long as we can until the wave makes it all the way back up to the top and our head drops into that curved position. Nicely done. Now we're going to do a hip movement, a hip rummage, I like to call this one. So we are imagining from that bird's eye view that we're going to trace the letter D with our right hip and a backwards letter D with our left hip. So let's start on that right hip. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw that vertical, sliding our hips straight down, and then sweep over to the side, making the curvature of the D going up. And we'll do that shape again, sweep straight down, and then over, rounding into that hip. One more time this way. And anywhere that you want, you can pause and do a little back and forth to kind of squeak through any mobility tightness that you feel. Now we're going to reverse direction, start with the sweep going out to the outside, and then up through the center. 2 more times this way. Working through it in your own time. Slow down where you need to. Finishing up with one more. And now we're switching over to doing that for our left side. So starting with straight down the center, and then sweep your left hip out to the outside, tracing a big arc, that letter D. 2 more times going this way. Again, slowing down or rummaging a little bit where it feels like that hip needs it, which might be different spots. Final one this way. And now reverse direction, sweeping out to the outside. And it might feel different in each direction on each hip. That's totally normal. And last one on this side, sweeping out to the outside. And then once you're in the center, back up and through. Beautiful. Now we're going to a seated position, or you can do this lying down if that feels nicer to you. We are going to do some ankle pumps and ankle rotation in and out. So wherever feels comfy cozy to you to get your ankles moving, we're just going to point our toes and then flex them up toward us, exploring what range of motion feels good, comfortable, and doesn't cause any foot cramps. I have some people in my life who try and do this and their feet cramp immediately. That probably means you're doing it a little bit too aggressively for what your foot muscles want. Finish up that pump. And now we're going to curl our toes in, making an arch, and then push with the ball of our foot to splay our foot out. So this is all about getting ankles and feet to move and spread, rolling in, pushing out, and again, working through a range of motion that feels comfortable without cramping or causing pinching or sharpness. One more time, curling in and pressing out. And that will be it for our head to toe mobility today, friends. Thank you so much for moving with me. For more follow along workouts, check out the rest of my channel. Comment if you have any requests. I would love to cater future videos to your needs. And remember, every option is valid, just like you.